Would everyone turn toward me, the board of directors? We'll go over the oath of office. The elected board of directors do solemnly affirm as follows. I will support the Bibb County Chamber of Commerce and its mission to promote the community of Bibb County. I will support, patronize, and promote the businesses and industries of Bibb County when and wherever possible. I will support the Chamber to the best of my ability and will give freely of my time, my energy, and my efforts. I will faithfully perform the duties of a director of the Chamber of Commerce and act in accordance with the policies and the bylaws of the organization. I will at all times act as an ambassador and a representative of Bibb County. I will carry out my board and committee assignments and fulfill my duties in a timely and professional manner. These things I pledge to do will full knowledge of my responsibility and acting of my own free will and informed will. If so, say I will.
I will.
Subscribe and affirm for me this day, 24th day of January 2019. I present to you the duly sworn officers for 2019. Thank you.
Okay, I was going to ask Joseph Marchant, our new chairman of the board and Bibb County Medical Center CEO, to give his remarks.
Certainly going to be brief. I know everybody came to hear Mr. Fred Hunter tonight, but on behalf of the board, I'd certainly like to thank everyone who was involved last year, the entire board, all the hard work. Hopefully you've noticed the enhancements to the depot on Main Street. It really looks, it's tremendously improved. I'd like to thank Jerry Powell for helping get the funding that was so key and allowed us to do that. I know she mentioned earlier about the new website. That's certainly a work in progress. We want to enhance that this year as well. Look forward to working with each and every one of you in 2019. We certainly want to move Bibb County forward. There's a lot of new jobs, a lot of new opportunities, and the Chamber is really excited about what's coming ahead. So, Mr. Fred Hunter, we will turn it over to you and let you come and address the crowd.
I'm very pleased to be here because according to my GPS, I'm still 2 miles away from you. But I happened to turn and see, well, I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to be or not, but they got my name out front. So I'm going to stop here and see if I'm in the right place. Very important to remember. I am a certified meteorologist, graduate from meteorology school at Mississippi State University. A long time meteorologist, going back to the 70s at Channel 33. What does that have to do with your questions? It means if you ask me a question and I don't know the answer, I'll make something up. And you won't know the difference. The one thing I like to say that it's because of my depth meteorological skills that I got the job as weatherman at Channel 6. The truth is, with my resume tape, I attached my stories called Positively Texas. Now, this is just my belief, and I don't necessarily mean to foster it on you, but I believe there's a plan for our lives. And I believe if we'll let it work out, it will. Never knowing when I was doing a series called Positively Texas, I would apply for a job and be able to move back home to Alabama. The lady who was the news director there that I just mentioned, Peggy Carpenter, was born and raised in Buffalo Gap, Texas. Y'all know any Texans? You can't scrape Texas off of. So out of all those 200 resumes that came in, mine was the one Peggy picked. And she said, you're going to come back here for me. You're going to be my weekend meteorologist. And we're going to do a series called Absolutely Alabama. We didn't have a focus group. We didn't have a staff meeting. Peggy didn't ask anybody what they thought of her idea. The next week, we had a series called Absolutely Alabama. And that was 23 years ago. And we've been doing it ever since. I really echo a lot what I've heard here this evening about shopping locally, although my, I guess, 10 on that is that not only do I believe we should shop locally in Bibb County or wherever we happen to live, but I believe we ought to patronize the great state of Alabama. You know, you hear people talk about, and this is one of the things that I like to hear, but then it hurts me in some ways to hear it. I had a lady 2 years ago in Huntsville. She said, I saw the story y'all did on the lifeguards down at Gulf Shores. And she said, I never knew we had such beautiful beaches in Alabama. Woman lives in Huntsville. I said, you've never been to Gulf Shores? No. Never been to Orange Beach? Nope. I said, we got to get you south of Montgomery at some point in your life. 2 weeks later, lady in Dothan said, I saw the story you did on the waterfalls of North Alabama. Alabama Mountain Lakes Association just published a new brochure on the waterfalls of North Alabama. She said, I never knew we had waterfalls in Alabama. I said, how long have you lived in Dothan? She said, all my life. I said, we got to get you north of Montgomery at some point in time. So what we do is important, not just to us, but I like to think to the people of Alabama and to the state of Alabama, because it's important to get out and see your own state. I had a lady right after we did a story on the Jesse Owens Museum up in Oakland. She said, I saw that story you did at the Jesse Owens Museum. She said, I never knew Jesse Owens was from Alabama, the most famous Olympic athlete in history. And there is a world-class museum about 10 minutes off the interstate to Jesse Owens. If you haven't been there, you need to go. Another lady, again, I was checking out at Walmart. No, I don't spend all my time at Walmart. But I was, true story, checking out at Walmart. We've done a story on the W.C. Handy Festival in Florence, which they have every year. Lady said, my mama used to play W.C. Handy records all the time, and I never knew he was from Alabama. You know, I thought he was from St. Louis. And the truth is, I think I have this right. St. Louis Blues, written by W.C. Handy from Florence, Alabama, is played somewhere on the earth to this day, every hour of every day. You need to get out and see your own state. You need to be appreciative of the people and the places that are in this state. You know, you go to Gatlinburg. I don't have anything against Gatlinburg. I used to go there when I was a kid. My parents would take me to Gatlinburg. I don't have anything against the beaches in South Walton County. I think they're beautiful. But I defy anyone to top the beauty of the beaches in South Walton County, Alabama. You know, I defy anyone to find a more beautiful spot on earth, and I'm from DeKalb County, so I'm present. I was born there. And going down the Lookout Mountain Parkway through DeSoto State Park, the end of October, 1st of November, you won't find a more beautiful place on earth than that, in my opinion. So that's the reason we do these stories. We like for people to like their state, and we want people to know about their state. And there's something important going on in every little, as Peggy Carpenter said, pig trail town in Alabama. All you got to do is just stop and see. And the last thing I would say is people say, I just don't see how you find those places. You got to get off the interstate highway. You know, travel the back roads. Stop and see people, because there's people, you saw our little story there we did down in Marino County. Just a little crossroads called Jefferson, Alabama. You never heard of it. But it's not close to anything. You got to be going to Jefferson to get to Jefferson. But there's a young couple there that we own the Jefferson Country Store, and they say it's the greatest thing that's happened for that community. So these little communities, these little places, they mean something to the people there, just like Bibb County, there's West Block, or Centerville, or Brent, wherever you're from. That means something to you. And to me, Alabama means something. And so that's why we like to do these stories that we call Absolutely Alabama. Thank you very, very much for inviting me. Thank you.